Rebounds by Peru, and certainly led to some second chance points. Let's see, second chance points. Yeah, look at that, second chance points, 11-0 in favor of Peru. So that was big. Those offensive rebounds led to second chance points, 11-0. But scoring in the paint just about even as well. Both teams in the 40% range. The Vikings shot 47%, 14 out of 30, 2 out of 5 from beyond the arc. And Peru, 42%, 14 out of 33, and they were 3 out of 11 from beyond 3.
That's a pretty good offensive half for the Vikes. Anytime you can shoot 47% and only turn the ball over 4 times in the entire half, that's a pretty good half. And there was some pressure. I know Peru State came out in the full court press at times during the first half. So pretty good offensive half. I think a real good timeout by Chad Lance. Chad called that timeout, and you think, well, why are you calling a timeout with a minute and 19 seconds to go in the half? That game was about to get away.
Yeah.
I mean, Peru State had a 7-0 lead. I don't know what kind of, they were on a bigger run than that. I think they were like on maybe a 10 or 11-0 run. And Chad felt like he had to put a finger in the dike before it completely broke before halftime. And then after that timeout, the last minute 17, the Vikes went on a 6-0 run to make this a 1-point game at halftime.
All right, and that's where we are right now, 39-38. Bobcats with the lead. Let's see, the Vikings will go with the same starting lineup: Lawrence Brown, Kendall Hayes, Jim Thomas, Jordan Epps, and Michael Connor to start the second half. Troy Caton, see how he goes, as his club still visiting with him. Jordan Epps sat out an entire 7 seconds, and Derek Williams only sat out a minute and 5 seconds for the Bobcats, and he leads his team out. Wells is back out there.
You know, when we played earlier in the year, Derek Williams didn't start. In fact, I don't remember him playing that many minutes. He was in the game down the stretch, but he didn't play near as much as he has today.
He's played just about all but a minute and 5 seconds. Valley has it to start the game. Hayes top of the key, off to Thomas. Thomas goes to Epps. Epps has 12 first half points. Brings it out high. Wells on him. Now he backs away. So Epps will take the 3 and hit it from the top of the key. Well, if you're going to come out on him, as the big guy did, you better stay with him. It's 41-39. Valley now regains the lead.
That's 15 points for Jordan Epps, getting close to his average already.
Little weave out front. Bowie with a basketball, guarded by Epps. Vikings staying a man-to-man. Now Williams has it, and he'll hand to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick, they just run a weave out there. Now they look for the lob underneath. The ball knocked away. Epps with a steal. He'll take it in on Bowie with the left hand, and it's fouled, and Bowie picks up his first. Epps will go to the line to shoot.
Well, Williams has been loose on that alley-oop twice, and that time the Vikings were ready, and I think that was maybe Kendall Hayes that stepped into the path and picked that one off, but that was a nice defensive play, and then the Vikes quickly in transition get it ahead to Jordan Epps, and he'll be at the line for a couple.
Valley on a pretty nice run here as Epps hits the free throw.
That's a 10-0 run for the Vikes.
And his average dropped under 19 points for the first time in a long time. Misses the second free throw. Shaban with a rebound. That's his first miss, though, and he's 5 out of 6 from the line. 42-39, 3-point Valley lead. Shaban off to Kirkpatrick on the right wing. Now brings it back out front, stops, fires it all the way across left side to Williams. Puts the ball on the floor, drives to the lane, all the way with the right hand. Somehow he got through and laid it in. He now has 14.
Somebody's got to switch over and pick him up. He took the ball too easy of a time that time to go all the way to the rack.
To Connor. Now right side Epps. Free throw line, dishes it underneath to Hayes. His little fadeaway won't go. Williams with yet another rebound. Here comes Williams, 1-on-4, all the way up and in. 1-on-4, and he took it in the lane and laid it in. 4 straight for Williams, 43-42 Peru.
This is the 4th time we've seen him play in 2 years, and he looks better today than he has at any other time. We knew he's a good ball player, but he really looks good today.
Thomas top of the key, starting to work on Bowie. Now stops free throw line, gives it back out high to Lawrence Brown. Brown, 6'8" junior out of Chicago, back to Epps. Epps, crossover move, free throw line, jumper, no good. Rebound Williams. He's doing it all right now. Here he comes. Leaves it for Bowie. Bowie on the left wing. 43-42 Peru. Bowie, long 3, too strong. Thomas with a rebound, but it's tipped away from him, and Shaban has it. To Kirkpatrick, back to Williams. Williams to Kirkpatrick in front of the Peru bench. Brings it out front, guarded by Epps. Swings it left side to Bowie. Bowie around the screen by Wells. Drops it off to Williams. Williams, free throw line. Back right side. Bowie takes it up, scores. Fouled by Connor.
Yeah, pretty good ball movement by Peru State that time. They got Nate Bowie loose on the baseline. He went up strong, and Connor got a piece of him on the way to the rack, and he's got a chance now to complete the three-point play.
Counted it on Hayes. That's his second. But Bowie hit nonetheless. He's at the free throw line and completes the three-point play. 46-42 now, a little run for the Bobcats.
Boy, both teams just trading run after run here. Vikes are on a 10-0 run now. Peru State on a nice run.
Lawrence Brown kicks it out to Hayes, who misses a shot from the left wing. Williams again with a basketball in the lane, goes behind the back with a dribble, loses it, picks it back up. Here's the lob underneath to Wells. Head and shoulder fake, misses it. Ball comes all the way out to Epps. Epps with a man on his shoulder, kicks it back to Thomas. He'll square, fire, hit, a three. Well, Thomas hits a triple, and it's now 46-45. Chad Lance wanted a timeout, didn't get it before the ball was inbounded.
That's kind of a wild flurry that time.
Bowie. Now a foul is going to be called.
Michael Connor.
Michael Connor, as he was riding the hip of Nate Bowie, and Connor picks up his second. Hayes will check out. Pope is in. Williams will inbound the ball. It's 46-45, Peru with the lead. You're right, Williams started this game, and he played most of the minutes.
I don't think
half.
He's been out of the game at all. I'm not aware of it. He and Epps, I think, have both been in there pretty well the whole time.
I think he was out 1 minute and 5 seconds, and Epps, according to the stats, was out 7 seconds. Came out the last 7 seconds of the half. Bowie drives on Connor and is fouled.
It'll be Michael's second here in the last couple minutes, and that'll be 3 on him, I believe.
So Williams will inbound, fresh 35 on the shot clock after the foul. Williams looks for Wells, not there, so they'll bring it in the side, kick it back top of the key, now back to Kirkpatrick. Holds it high over his head, guarded by Thomas, gets around a screen, puts up the shot, good looking shot, but wouldn't go down, rebound Lawrence Brown. Epps right side, here he comes. He's going to take it baseline around Bowie, kick it in the corner to Jim Thomas, who is open, hits the shot, but an offensive foul.
I think they said Jim was out of bounds.
Oh, he's out of bounds.
They said he was standing on the out of bounds line, I believe.
Shouldn't do that.
No, I know.
That big orange stripe, you have to stay off that big orange stripe.
Yeah. I think Coach Chad Lance just told him about it, too.
Yeah, 46-45. Here's Williams. Top of the circle with a right-handed dribble. Right side goes to Kirkpatrick. Round a screen. Back to Shaban. Out front, Williams. Williams steps to the top of the key. Lets it fly. Won't go. Ball tipped around. Kevin Stander with a good, strong rebound. Kevin, all kinds of contact, and he somehow maintains his balance. Here he comes down the middle. Nice pass underneath the Pope. Little turnaround jump hook is good. Pope has 4. Good job by Kevin Stander to get him the ball.
Yeah, Kevin got that ball down very quickly and found James Pope wide open underneath. And boy, Kevin, Mr. Aggressive, comes through again.
47-46 Valley. As Bowie top of the circle. Flings it right side to Williams, underneath to Wells. Andre turns and is either fouled or tied up. They're going to call foul.
You remember that guy, Andre the Giant?
Yeah.
I think that's Andre the Giant in there. He's big.
He's a big guy.
Man. Yes, he is.
Guess no foul on the play. They just ruled a tie ball, so the ball comes back to Peru. And now, as Williams goes in on Law Brown, he's going to be fouled. Williams will shoot 2.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be 3 fouls on Law Brown. So Law Brown has 3. James Pope has, I guess James just has 2. DeLiska has 3, and Michael Connor has 3. So Vikings getting a little bit of foul trouble. That's their 4th foul. Peru State only 1 here in the second half.
Williams, 16 points at the line. First free throw on the way, and it is good. 47-all, 15-16 to go.
That's 17 points in the game for Williams, averaging a little over 14 a game.
Lawrence checks out.
For the Vikings, Epps has 16.
Here's the next one by Williams. And got them both. Puts that ball out of his head. Lets it fly. 48-47. Back to the lead are the Bobcats. Epps. A little weave out front. Pope, top of the key. Good looking shot. Hit it. He was on the line. It's just a 2 for Pope, but it gives the Vikings the lead as we seesaw back and forth. 49-48.
Well, I believe James Pope has scored the last 2 Viking baskets.
Now the Vikes playing a little zone defense here. As top of the key, it's Bowie, gets inside, his fade away, rolls in. He penetrated inside that lane, got a big day so far for Bowie as well. 50-49, Peru with the lead. Pope top of the key. Working that left side, gives it off to Thomas. Thomas around a screen by Deleska, takes it all the way, kicks it back out for Stander. He hits a 3. Kevin's second triple. He has 8 points in limited playing time today, and it's 52-50, Valley by a deuce.
Yeah, Kevin knocked that one down. Nothing but net, set his feet, had a good look, and drained it.
Kirkpatrick to Shaven. Now Kirkpatrick back to the top of the key, hands it left wing to Williams. Williams crosses all the way over, goes baseline with a pass to Bowie. Bowie backs away, guarded in there by Stander, misses the runners. He goes across the lane. Here's a long pass from Stander to Epps, takes it in strong and is fouled by Kirkpatrick.
You know, and Ken, what a difference a gym can make. If you remember, Kirkpatrick, as you said, had 27 points. We played earlier. He has yet to score in this game, and so the Vikes have really done a good job on him.
Yeah, he had a great game in Peru. Epps having his usual game here.
Yeah, Jordan getting very close to his average. I think he's now got 17.
Shaven's going to check out. For the first time, we see Brett Pierce, a redshirt sophomore, come in. Epps hits both free throws, right at that average now, 18 points. 54-50, Valley by 4. Pierce into the forecourt, leaves it for Williams. Williams around the screen by Opitz. Strong move down the middle, looses the handle, picked up by Epps. Epps has Stander ahead of him, gets in the ball, and he goes in, lays it in. Hits the deck, no foul is called, but Stander now with 10, and all of a sudden the Vikes are up by 6.
I think they're about an 8-0 run right now, too. Really playing well now.
Good pass from Epps to Stander, and boy, Stander took it strong to the rack. 56-50, 13:22 to go, and Coach Chad Lance applauds the effort of his club as they come off the court. But boy, that's a nice little run by the Valley.
Yeah, it is. And Peru State, I know, had at least a 3-point lead at one time, and so the Vikes have come back. I think it's a 9-0 run for the Vikes. And really, again, this has been kind of a game of spurts, and so we need to keep the momentum. Playing here at home, you're down to 13:22 left in the game. Don't want to let them make another run. At least if it's a run, don't let them make a big one.
Valley can get this win. They go to 5-9, and certainly at least keep a 2-game lead on Peru and Avila for that spot, and try to make a little run at Baker. Baker today is at home against Culver, so they could get a little closer to Baker. Depends on what the number 2 team in Culver does there. 56-50, 13:22 to go.
Well, again, and don't forget, we'll be right back here on Thursday night, a big men and women doubleheader with the Central Methodist Lady and Running Men Eagles, as they'll come in here for 5:30 women's game, 7:30 men game, and it will be court warming a week from today. If you tune us in, we'll be out in Olathe, Kansas to take on the Mid-America Pioneers.
Only 2 more road games in the regular season, next Saturday and then a week from Thursday.
I'm glad we've got our long trips out of the way. I don't want to go to Canton for a while.
No, may have to do it in the playoffs. We'll just have to wait and see. Here's Williams. Top of the key. Oh, throws it away out of the timeout as he tried to get it to Jones. Jones had his back turned. So turnover. Deleska picks it up. Now gives it to Stander. Pope, high post, turns. Gives it to Thomas. Thomas works it down low. Deleska, layup good. Deleska got his defender on his hip. Rolled to the basket, laid it in, his first bucket, and all of a sudden it's an 8-point lead.
Good job by Stander getting the ball inside. Deleska, nice job of finishing down low.
Here's Williams with finger rolls. He goes to the left, flips it back up with the right hand and scores. Is he having a game? 20 points. Now Stander, ball is kicked as he tries to get it inside to Deleska. Ball is kicked either by Opitz or Williams. Vikings will have it. 30 on the shot clock, 12:40 to go, leading 58-52. Epps will trigger it in. Now they're going to separate Williams and Standard. Standard's not going to back away.
I don't think Williams will. I don't think either one of those guys is going to back
Official
down.
stands right between
the
two.
official's the only guy that can back them down.
Yep. And those two better be careful now. Anything happens now is going to be a tee. And now Deliska can't handle that pass inside that goes off his right thigh and out of bounds. So
when Richard Opitz in the lineup, I'm kind of surprised. He's been out most of this second half, and to me, he was a big factor in that run Peru State made in the first half.
All right, now they call Kevin. What did I tell you? Kevin Stander was warned, and he said something. Bam, he got hit with a tee. Yep. Because once the official warns you, you better button it up. So Stander's going to get a technical, and that'll be a personal foul. So that will put Brett Pierce at the line. David Smith will check in for Stander for a few moments while they cool him down. Pierce at the line. First one is no good off the back iron. And he'll have another one. 12:38 to go. It's a 6-point Valley lead. And again, the ball was in possession of the Bobcats, so they'll have it. Pierce hits one free throw, make it a 5-point game. There was nothing outwardly said, but there was probably some talking going on. And the official had warned both he and Williams, and something was said in the technical. So here's Williams now. Out front to Bowie. Bowie back to Williams on the wing right side. Brings it back to the middle of the floor. Finds Pierce. Pierce out front. Bowie gets in the lane. Tries to split a double team. Wild shot off the glass too hard.
Good D by the Vikes that time.
To Pope. Now to Jim Thomas. 12 to go. 58-53. Valley with it. As give it out front for Pope. He's open. Likes that shot at the top of the key and hits a three. He now has 9, and it's 61-53, back to an 8-point game.
Boy, James Pope is really giving this team a lift in the second half. That's 7 second-half points for him, including that big three right there.
Williams behind the back with the dribble, nowhere to go. Bowie back out to Williams. Swinging around to Pierce. Pierce on the left wing, out front Bowie. Bowie top of the key. Here's Jones. He'll try a three. It's going to be off the front of the rim, no good. Pope battles for the loose ball. It's picked up by Pierce on the baseline, but he throws it to the Liska at the top of the key. Off to Epps. Epps 1-on-3, circling through traffic, and now Jones knocks it away from Epps. And I think Jones knocked the ball out of bounds.
Pretty good collision there between David Smith and Justin Jones. David kind of had a pained expression on his face, but again, I think you're right. I think Peru State knocked it out. So Vikes with an 8-point lead, 11:27 left to play, will inbound right in front of their own bench.
Veliska top of the key. Opitz comes out on him, and he'll hand it to Jim Thomas. Vikings try to win their 5th conference game. High post Pope. Pope turns, gets by his man, stops in the lane. Finger roll up, no good. Veliska tips it, it won't go in. Opitz with a rebound.
Vikes doing a better job on the boards this half.
Jones, free throw line. Nothing opened up in the lane, so he give it back to Williams. Now back to Kirkpatrick. Jones top of the key into Opitz. Opitz. There's to Williams. Williams in the lane. He can't hang on to the ball. It's knocked away from him, and last touch by Williams. It'll be Viking ball. As Hayes and Law Brown come in, Deliska and Pope are out.
Yeah, Vikes really a chance to make this a double-digit lead as we near the halfway point of the second half. So Vikes played pretty well since that 119 point of the first half.
Here's Epps, gives it off to David Smith. Smith on the left wing. Works underneath for Law Brown, and Law had his hands on it and couldn't hang on. Goes out of bounds, turnover, 61-53.
Yeah, it was a good pass that time. Jordan Epps led Law Brown. Law had the defender on his hip, just a little bit out in front of him and just couldn't quite get the handle. But a good idea, a good try to get the ball inside.
They try to put this team away and just unable to do it. 10:29 left. Here's Williams, thought about the three, didn't pull the trigger on it. Off to Kirkpatrick, skip pass back to the right side to Williams. Top of the key, cut off by Hayes. They give it off to Green Smoot. Kirkpatrick And yes, his pass intended for Jones in front of the Peru bench, knocked away by Epps. It'll still belong to the Bobcats. Only 8 on the shot clock.
Now Bowie checks back in. He's had a good game for Peru. He's got 16 points.
As you pointed out, Kirkpatrick had 27. Peru, he's got the ball, but no points here in the second half. Now here is Bowie, and he's held and fouled by David Smith as he tries to get by him with 3 on the shot clock. And David picks up, let's see, for him, his first foul.
If any of you all listened to us on that Peru State broadcast up there, I mean, Kirkpatrick was shooting those deep NBA threes, too. He was way out there. Hit about the first 4 or 5 he took, and that really set the stage for the whole game.
Bowie misses the free throw. Opitz had a hand on it. And then last touch by Hayes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Bobcats. Green Smoot will inbound the ball. 61-53. Out it comes to Bowie. Bowie back to Kirkpatrick. Now to Bowie. Off to Green Schmidt. Brings it top of the key with a right-handed dribble. Back to Opitz. Baseline. Head and shoulder fake. Puts it up, but he traveled. He got Law Brown off his feet, but in the process, shuffled the feet. And a traveling call. And Michael Connor will come back in. He's going to replace David Smith.
You know, and kind of like Peru State, very similar to what their women did. Only 14 points here in the second half so far. Remember, their women went ice cold, and this team's kind of doing the same thing right now.
Here's Hayes. Oh, he throws it away as a foul is going to be called on Hayes. He tried to get the ball in the corner to Thomas and knocked away by Green Smoot, and then a foul on Hayes. That's a 19 foul on Valley.
That's probably a pretty good foul, though, because that was going to be a breakaway layup. They had 2 guys down court, and it was going to be an easy bucket. So probably a good foul. 3 on Hayes now.
Green Smoot at the free throw line. He has not scored, the 6'2 junior. Out of Norfolk, Nebraska, left-hander still hadn't scored. Thomas gets the rebound as Smoot misses the free throw. 61-53. Thomas against Green Smoot. Off it comes to Epps. Epps free throw line extended right. Now dribbles around his man, drives right side, but Kirkpatrick had fouled him. His 3rd foul and only the 3rd team foul.
They say it's a non-shooting foul. Got Jordan before he got in shooting position, so Vikes will inbound under their own bucket.
Epps to inbound it. Looks for Connor cutting in. Now into the corner to Thomas. His shot rolls around and off, no good. Rebound Jones. He falls down, loses the ball, picked up by Brown. Back to Epps. Epps free throw line. He'll let it fly. Got it. Epps now with 20. Lead at 10, 63-53.
Just another workmanlike performance for Jordan Epps, you know.
And a timeout has been taken by Missouri Valley.
And I think this might be his first double-digit lead of the game, isn't it?
Well, and Chad's thinking right now, if we can go ahead and we can get after him here, we might be able to put this game away or at least to take control. We'll be right back.
Jackie Robinson,
Rosa Parks or Sally Ride,
Bogart or Brando.
You're just the right age to do something important that you can be remembered for.
Even if you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or beyond, you can register to become an organ and tissue donor.
Surprised? You shouldn't be.
Today, people of all ages and even with health conditions can sign up to donate the gift of life.
And it's so important. Every age, every ethnicity is needed.
If we all signed up, imagine the lives we could save.
The families we could help.
So whether you admire John Wayne or James Dean, Robert Redford or Roberto Clemente,
Elvis Presley or Ella Fitzgerald, do something important that could make a real difference and change lives.
Get the facts today and register to become an organ donor.
Find out how at organdonor.gov or call 1-866-99-DONATE.
A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
Back to Marshall at Grover C. Redford Gymnasium, and the Vikings have a 63-53 lead with 9:12 to go. Well, there's going to be a big next 2-3 minutes could really determine the outcome of this ball game. Here is Bowie into the forecourt, and he'll leave it for Kirkpatrick. Again, Kirkpatrick yet to score. Top of the key, almost lost the dribble, goes to Green Smoot on the right wing, brings it back out front, now around to Kirkpatrick. Vikings staying to that man-to-man. Opitz comes out, now Kirkpatrick drives by him, puts up a tough shot off the glass and got it. Kirkpatrick's first field goal of the game. It's an 8-point ball game.
You know, and that's the first shot he's taken in quite a while. Hadn't really been looking to shoot that much.
Here comes Connor, leaves it for Law Brown, almost lost the handle, picks it up, and tries to get it to Thomas. And Green Smoot stepping in front and hit him on the shoulder to pick up the foul. They have some fouls to give. That's only the 4th team foul they have. So Smoot picks up his first. And Thomas will inbound right in front of us at the hash mark. Out front it comes to Connor. Now back to Thomas in the corner, right side. Dribbles it back out. Swings it left side to Connor. Now to Epps. Lost it. Picks it back up. Epps changes dribble. Into the corner left side to Connor. Connor fires it back top of the key to Pope. Pope tries to drive around his man, and Green Smoot picks up yet another foul. That'll be the 5th team foul. 8:18 to go. 8-point game, 63-55 Valley. Williams was out for about 45 seconds. He's back in, replacing Kirkpatrick.
Well, he's got, when you look at it, he's got 20 of their 55 points. So, you've got getting close to half of that offense. You certainly don't want him out of there very long.
Thomas had no place to go with the ball across the way of the hash mark, so the Vikings had to use a timeout.
Yeah, pretty good.
55.
Pretty good timeout. You didn't need a turnover right then because they just scored. You don't want to give them a little run here. So with 8:18 to go, good timeout.
We're wrapping up the regular season, and CMU will be here next Thursday. Then Saturday, a week from today, we go to Mid-Am and Olathe. And then the next week, we go to Avalon Thursday and wrap up the regular season here against Graceland.
Yeah, and it's hard to believe the season winding down, but, the team's still jockeying for playoff position. The Viking men, at least right now, in 7th place in the conference. I think the ladies they're fighting for 8th right now, aren't they? So a lot left to play for here these last couple weeks of the year.
Big win for the women today. All right, Valley with it. 8:17 to go, leading by 8. Epps around Bowie, and Bowie's going to be called for the foul, and he didn't think so, but no question about it. He was on his hip and rode him to the floor.
Ken, you have to watch these guys play to realize how quick and how athletic they really are.
Yeah.
All of them. Those two guys were going 100 miles an hour right there, both of them, and Bowie just got his feet tangled up with Epps, and Epps, I know I'd hate to try to guard him.
No way. 63-55, 8:12 to go. Perspiration on the floor. They're wiping that up.
He'd be up in the air, and the ball would be 2/3 the way to the rim before I got my hand up.
Before I even realized what was going on. All right, Law Brown will inbound. Fresh 35 after the foul. Brown fires at top of the key to Michael Connor. He's picked up there by Williams, man-to-man. Connor top of the key, around a screen by Pope, right side. Law Brown pops out top of the key. One dribble, hands it to Epps, and in probably an illegal screen. Let's see who they called it on.
Lawrence Brown, I think.
His
yeah,
fourth.
that'd be Lawrence's, Law's 4th. And it's going to bring
come out with that high screen, but you better make sure the screen is set before you come around that pick. And that time they ruled he was not set and picked up his 4th foul.
And it seems like they're calling that more and more all the time. You stick an elbow out or a knee, they're gonna whistle you for that. Can't hold like you used to.
Green Smoot, free throw line, drives left side all the way to the rack, missed it. Good strong move, but he missed it. Rebound, I believe, to Pope, gives it to Connor, and back it comes to Epps, and the Vikings have a possession with an 8-point lead. Epps right side, top of the circle to Connor. Now leaves it out for Thomas. Thomas, spin move with the left hand, drives left side, fouled by Green Smoot. He's going to pick up his 3rd foul, and just like that, we go from 3 to 7 fouls, and we're at the line the rest of the way. And Jim Thomas, a young man from St. Louis, will attempt a 1-on-1.
Well, I think this next 2 or 3 minutes, that's where the Vikes need to gain control. If they can keep this 8-9 point lead for a couple, 3 more minutes, things will look pretty good.
Free throw by Thomas, spins out, no good. He's 1 out of 2 from the line, has 9 points. 63-55, Williams, left wing. Pope pops out to take care of him defensively. Now baseline to Jones on the right side. Jones going to take it baseline, cut off. Good job by Epps, but nobody picked up. Green Smoot driving in from the left side. His first field goal, the lead back to 6. 63-57, 7 minutes to go.
Yep, need to get a good possession here.
Connor, left side. He'll stop. Raise from 14. Won't go. Opitz with a rebound.
Is that the first shot Michael Connor's taken today?
I think it may be. Here is Bowie. Now to Opitz. Out front. Green Smoot for three. Got it. Look out. It is now a 3-point game. 63-60. That's 5 straight by Green Smoot.
Yeah, and a great drive a minute ago, and then a nice left-handed long three-pointer that time. So Vikes need a bucket this time.
Here comes Epps. He'll stop. Pop from 14. Can't hit it. Rebound Jones. Off it comes to Bowie. The lead is 3. Bowie. Williams drives left side all the way. He lost it. Picked up by Epps. Coach Caton wanted a foul, didn't get it. Epps into the corner to Thomas. Thomas will slow things down back to Epps. 6:11 to go. Now Michael Connor. Out high, 6 minutes left. Connor off to Epps. Gives it off to Jim Thomas. Thomas, free throw line extended right. Brings it back in the middle. And that's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, Jim a little out of control that time on the drive. I think trying to go a little too fast down the middle and spun right into one of the defenders on Peru. So ball back to the Bobcats. We're under 6 minutes, 5:58 left. It's a 3-point Viking lead.
Shaban checks in. Justin Jones will leave. 63-60, 5:58.
You know, we haven't seen Shaban and Opitz on the floor at the same time much. And I remember those two guys seemed like they played pretty well together down low.
Williams, Kirkpatrick, Shaban on the floor along with Opitz and Bowie. The Vikings have Epps, Lawrence Brown, Jim Thomas, Michael Connor on the floor, and James Pope. Kirkpatrick way out high, has used the dribble. Now goes high post to Shaban. Back to Bowie on the left wing. It's a 3-point game. Bowie drives left side, up with the left hand, won't go. Michael Connor with a rebound. He's got Thomas down court. Someone tips it, but Thomas still comes up with the ball. Now he throws it right to Bowie. Bowie with a steal. Bowie the other way. Now he throws it away. What in the world's going on here?
I don't know, but I'm glad we got it back.
Here's Connor. He threw that one right off the back of the head of Opitz.
You take it. No, you take it. I don't want it. You take it.
I don't want to mess with the thing. 5:12 to go, 3-point game. Connor now working the right side. Round a screen by Hayes. Throws it away.
That's about 4 turnovers in the last 30 seconds. 2 by each team, I think.
Man.
Coach
Well,
Chad
they
Lance just kneels down,
2,
puts
3,
his head
4,
in his
5.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really, not one of those last 4 or 5 turnovers were forced.
No,
They're all
no.
just unforced errors.
Well, just trying to move too fast and maybe,
Here's
don't
Bowie.
make the basic pass.
Top of the key, guarded by Epps. Now another turnover. Standard takes this one away. Drives in left side. Reverse layup. No good, but he's fouled.
Kevin Stander looked like a defensive back that time. Just stepped into the passing lane, took that thing in full stride, and was heading to the house.
And he can knock these free throws down, make it a 5-point game as the turnover battle continues. 4:49 left.
Well, the Vikings, both teams, I guess, very lucky when you turn the ball over 3
Yeah.
times in a row and don't suffer any damage because of it.
First free throw is good by Kevin Stander.
And Kevin really has not played that many minutes, but he's got 11 points right now.
Hit a couple big threes early. Hit one big in this half, one in the first half. Hits both free throws. The lead is back to 5, 65-60. Stops the momentum a little bit. 4:45 left. Williams, he's been silent offensively for a while. Here he comes down the middle, forces his way in. He scores and is fouled. I shouldn't have said that. Boy, he just went right in the middle, forced up the shot. It went in and was fouled.
Had good defense by the Vikes. Vikes had 3 men in the lane. I don't know how he got that ball in the bucket, but he just flipped that thing up and nothing but net and draws a foul. And boy, he's had a great. I got him at 22 points right now.
And that is the 4th foul on Hayes. 65-62, 4:37 to go. Here's Williams. Free throw is good. 2-point game. He's 5 for 5 from the line. 23 points. Epps, they poke at the ball as he brings it across the timeline. 4:30 to go. 65-63. Valley by 2. Epps around a screen by Pope. Now he'll swing it off to Hayes. Drives in. Strong move and he scores. Hayes took off. Put the ball on the floor, drove right down the middle with the left hand and put it in. He has 4.
Yeah, Kendall Hayes went strong to the glass that time. Good to see him be aggressive on the offensive end. Vikes needed that.
67-63. Here's Opitz. Gives it to Williams. Williams will drive in again off the glass. No good, but another foul. And that is on Pope, and I think that is the third on Pope, I believe.
You know what's funny? Derek Williams has just been going to the glass all night. I don't think he's had an offensive foul called on him yet, has he?
Got in there that time, and thank goodness it didn't go in because he got the shot off. Here's his first free throw is on the way. It's good, and he is just having a night. 24 points now.
And he's 6 out of 6 from the line. Mal Jinxon. Nope.
You couldn't jinx it. He's having too good a night.
Trying to put the hex on him. But
2-point game, and we have 4 minutes remaining. Here's Epps. Epps with a 20-point night. Working against Bowie. Epps around the screen, down the middle. He's going to stop at the free throw line. Rims it in and out. Pope with a rebound. Missed it. Opitz with it. Pope got the rebound. He anticipated contact.
Yeah, he thought somebody was going to bump him, get 2 shots, and everybody kind of backed away.
Now here comes Williams down the middle again. Gets it to Opitz. We are tied as Opitz lays it in from the right side up the drive by Williams. 67 all. The 10-point lead is gone.
Again, a game of runs as the Vikes, as you said, led by 10 with about 5.5 minutes to go, I think.
Here's Connor out front. Looking around the screen, gives it off to Stander. Stander drives left side. He's going to be bumped and fouled by Kirkpatrick. He'll go back to the line. Kirkpatrick's picked up his 4th foul, I believe.
Now, we can't have 3 overtimes. Tom and I got to be home by 7.
Well, you may have to just leave me, and I'm going to leave too.
We sat here, what was that Mid-America game? Yeah. They had 58 fouls in the girls' game, then 3 overtimes in the men, and a snowstorm to drive home in.
And here is the free throw by Stander. Kevin, 1-and-1. Got it.
Kevin really played a pretty solid offensive game. That's 13 points for him. He's perfect 3 for 3 from the line.
Jones comes back in. Opitz, or rather, Shaven will leave. Stander trying to make this a 2-point game again with 3:16 to go. Misses it. Rebound Opitz. Ooh, Opitz dropped the ball, but he was able to grab it before it went out of bounds. So, after the missed free throw, here's Nate Bowie. Top of the key to Williams. Williams around the screen. Top of the key by Opitz. He's bumped, no call. Williams now going to take it strong to the rack off the glass. It's good. No, they're going to call an offensive foul.
Well, I knew if I said he hadn't had one call, they'd finally call it. That James Pope. James stepped right in the way. I think that was a good call. I think James was set, got into the path. The basket went in, but it will not count. And that'll be foul number 3 on Derek Williams.
68-67 Valley.
I was afraid a minute when I saw that ball go in. Oh, whoops, here comes a 3-point play. But I think that was the right call. I think Pope did a great job on defense.
Pope will inbound some full court pressure into Lawrence Brown. Now hands it to
Law down there to break the press.
Connor in the backcourt, 2:50 to go. Valley up by 1, 68-67. And here is Epps with it. Top of the key to Pope. Pope leaves it for Stander. Stander, free throw line. Gives it back to Lawrence Brown. 15-footer. Nope. Rebound, Bowie. Law missed that one. Bowie with a rebound. 2:34 to go. Here comes Bowie off to Williams. Williams steps in the lane again. Kicks it out. Kirkpatrick, 4-3 of the lead. Missed it. Rebound comes down to Law Brown. Well, he just can't find the range today. Now to Epps. 2:20 left. Epps top of the key, 68-67.
Big possession right here.
Epps swings it around to Pope underneath the Brown, but Opitz steps in the passing lane, takes it away.
Well, and Jordan Epps had a good look from 3-point land. He probably should have pulled up and taken that one.
2 minutes to go, 68-67. Valley with the lead, but the ball belongs to Peru. This will come down to the final 2 possessions. 1:50 to go. Bowie out front. Going to take it baseline. Strong move, loses it. Picked up by Connor. He lost the ball on the way up. Michael Connor comes away with it. Now back to Epps. 1:38 to go. Epps into the forecourt. 24 on the shot clock. 1:32 on the game clock. Epps, now he loses the ball. It's picked up by Bowie. Bowie takes it down all the way on Law. Brown scores and is fouled. And the lead to Peru as Epps lost the ball. Bowie went in with the left hand, scored.
And I think Lawrence Brown just fouled out of the game. I think that's the 5th foul on Lawrence.
Wow. So Hayes will come in. Brown is out. A minute 23 to go, 69-68. And we have a timeout on the court. 1:23 left. It's not over yet, folks.
A few years ago, I noticed my vision getting blurry, and things I do every day, like reading and driving, were becoming more difficult. I thought it was part of getting older, but I was wrong. I have a disease called age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. It's the leading cause of blindness in people 55 and older. The good news is there are treatments that can reduce vision loss from AMD. Plus, there are things you can do now to lower your risk of getting it in the first place. The Foundation Fighting Blindness provides information about preventing and managing AMD. Call the Foundation today at 800-585-0516 for a free AMD packet and take the first step toward protecting your vision. I'm thankful I found out about my AMD early enough to still be able to drive and see the faces of my loved ones. Call 800-585-0516 and get your free AMD packet. You'll be glad you did.
All right, after the basket, a timeout, and now Nate Bowie at the free throw line. Boy, what a game he's had, Joe. Nate has 18 points. I've got him with 18 points.
Yeah, and I don't remember him the last time we played.
He had 17 last time.
Yeah, 17. We had a good game last time. He's a pretty solid player, and I tell you, Richard Opitz, I think, is the guy that he's kind of the unsung hero on this team, but he just seems like he's around the ball all the time, and again, a very good rebounder.
A minute 23 to go, 69-68 Peru.
Need Jordan Epps to step up big here in this last minute 23. Come on, Jordan.
Well, let's see what Bowie can do. He's 2 out of 3 from the line. It's a 1-point game. His free throw, he pushes it up and in. Big three-point play by Nate Bowie. 70-68, lead to Peru. Here comes Epps. Epps around a screen, top of the key. Now gives it to Stander. Stander free throw line, backs away. He tries to penetrate, nothing there. Off to Pope, down to a minute 10. Pope leaves it for Michael Connor. Ball knocked away by Williams. Connor maintains possession. A minute 5 to go. Now they give it out front. Give it off to Stander. Now to Hayes. Back to Connor. Drives left side. Missed it. Blocking foul. Connor driving right side as Jones tried to draw the charge, couldn't do it, and picks up the foul, and Michael will shoot 2.
Well, and
his first trip to the line.
They give Michael Connor credit. Michael was not scored tonight, but yet he got that ball and was not going to back away. He was going to try to make something happen, and he's a pretty good free throw shooter, so let's hope he can do something here.
Michael at the line, getting some perspiration off the floor. Connor from the free throw line, you're right, 84%. Shooting 2. Missed the first one.
Wow.
Well, you got to get an offensive rebound here. 56 seconds. Going to get the ball back regardless of what happens.
Well, the way these teams, this could be a lot of time. Both these teams pressing and getting up and down the floor. So.
Second one by Connor is good. It's a 1-point game. Now the Vikes put a little bit of pressure on. They bring it into Bowie. 70-69, 50 seconds to go. They try to trap Bowie. Over the top, he goes to Jones. Quick pass to Williams. That's where they want the ball. 24 on the shot clock, 44 on the game clock. A 1-point lead for Peru. 70-69. Williams top of the key. Swings it around to Bowie. Bowie, nice move. Drives. Off the glass. No good. Tipped up and in by Justin Jones. With the left hand. 30 seconds to go. 72-69. Shot clock is off. What a huge offensive rebound and tip in.
Yeah, Justin Jones, of course, he came off the bench. He's got 6 points in the game, but none any bigger than that one right there as he got his hand up. And once again, offensive rebounding, and the team pounds that glass. That can make a big difference. And, yeah, that was a big play.
And Bowie came in from the left side, missed it, but nobody, as you said, put a body on Justin Jones. Now it's a 3-point game. 29.9 seconds. It's way too early to foul yet. You don't want to do that. But probably don't go for the three. You've got an option to shoot the three or drive and get a point. Probably way too much time.
In today's college game, 29 seconds
forever.
is a lot of time, and you take your time. I think the important thing is the Vikes cannot be in the panic mode right now. You come down, run your offense. I mean, if you get a good look from beyond the arc, get Epps out there, Stander, Pope, you knock it down. If you don't, you run a good play, get a good close shot, and then try to get a steal or foul, whatever you need to do. But there's a lot of time left in this game.
Tremendous amount of time. 29.9 seconds. 72-69. Both teams over the 10-foul limit. Vikings will have it. They will stand or will inbound. And Pope, remember, Law Brown's fouled out of the game. Hayes, Connor, and Epps on the floor. Here we go. 29 seconds. Shot clock is off. Stander gets it into Connor. Connor working against Williams. They don't need the three yet. Here's Epps backing away, 22 seconds. Epps still way out by the timeline, 19 seconds. Epps working to the left side, guarded by Jones. Epps shake and bake, move for three, and the tie, missed it. Ball tip, no good. Rebound Opitz. Opitz gives it off into the corner to Kirkpatrick with 7 seconds to go, and a foul by Pope. Well, Epps had a good look. They went for the three. It didn't go down. And now with 5.7 seconds to go, Kirkpatrick hits one of these two free throws. He can make it very difficult.
Yeah, and Kirkpatrick has one bucket on the game. Second trip to the line, he's 0 out of 1. But yeah, Mike's got a good look right there. They went for three. It was obvious they're going to try to let Jordan Epps create something off the dribble, and just shot didn't go.
If he makes one of these, that'll be tough. That was a good look. Free throw on the way. Got it. That's a 4-point game. A win here would make Peru and Valley both 4-10 in the league. What a big free throw that was. 73-69. Second one was on the way. He missed it. Rebound Hayes, but they've got to hurry. 3 seconds to go. Here comes Hayes. Spin, top of the key. Shot on the way. No good, and Peru State erases a 10-point second half lead by the Vikings to win it 73-69. Wow.
Yeah, they win 2 in a row. They got a nice home court win over Baker on Thursday night, and come in here and give Peru State credit. I mean, they're down by 10 on the road, and they really played well that last 5. I think it was like 5:40 something. The Vikes had a 10-point lead, and it was all Peru after that. So
yeah.
Give the team a lot of credit.
Congratulations to Peru. We'll be back and talk to the coach and have more in a moment.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement.
Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous.
You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up. Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Boy, these tough ones. 73-69, Joe. Vikings had a 10-point lead. Looked like they were going to roll a little bit, but there were some big possessions. And when it's all said and done, it is a win for Peru, 73-69. And a big tip-in offensive rebound by Justin Jones to make it a 3-point game. Epps had a good look at it, just wouldn't go down. And the final score again is 73-69. Rebounding, looks like the Vikings total rebounds out-rebounded the Peru ball club, but the offensive rebounds, well, take that back. It was 41-28 rebounding in favor of Peru. Peru had 12 offensive rebounds, none bigger than the one and the putback by Justin Jones to give him a 3-point lead. So in the final score, 73-69 as Coach Chad Lance, boy, these are tough. Had 10-point lead, but I could see, and you were working as hard as you could because you knew that 10-point lead wasn't safe. Had a couple of possessions, didn't go the way you wanted. Next thing you know, they're right back in the ball game.
Too many careless turnovers. We got very individualized. We didn't run the offense, and honestly, we deserved to lose the way that we played those last few minutes.
Well, they had 12 offensive rebounds, Coach, and I know you harp on that and harped on that, but again, even that last play by Justin Jones, nobody blocked him out, and he had the tip in, didn't he?
Yep. So those are tough. I mean, when you're up.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Let's see. Epps had 20 points. Stander had 13 coming off the bench. I thought Lawrence Brown again had a decent ball game, but you'd like to have him at the end. He fouled out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we kind of went away from him, and they got physical with us, and I thought that we got passive, and definitely not the way you want to finish a game.
Yeah, Derek Williams had another big ball game for them. Coach, you're going to look at all these stats. I don't have to tell you about them, but second chance points, 15-0.
15-0.
That's the key to this game, isn't it?
That'll do it.
Yeah. Well, you have Central coming in. That's probably the best. Would you say that's the best game we played all year at Central?
Yeah, by far.
Minutes?
By far the best game that we played all year. And we haven't been able to duplicate that game since, so maybe we can do it again on Thursday night.
Well, it'd be nice to win the season series. I know it's a tough one for you, Coach, but thanks for stopping by for a couple minutes.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. It's Chad Lance stops by. Let's go over the scoring. 25 points for Derek Williams, and man, did he have an ever. He played almost 37 minutes, and that's more than I've seen him play, but 25 points for him. 19 for Nate Bowie. Andre Wells had a couple. Forgot about him in the second half. Jacob Shaban had 2. 3 for Cody Kirkpatrick, but he had a couple big free throws late. Brett Pierce had a point. Jarvis Green-Smoot had 5. Justin Jones had 6. A big tip in, and Richard Opitz had 10. Joe, how about the Valley scoring?
Well, for the Vikings, a good game again. Jordan Epps. Jordan winds up with 20, another double figure, right a little above his average, so maybe it'll go back over 19 again if you're looking for a bright spot today. Kevin Stander, 13 points in the game, knocked down a couple of trays. Also, those are the only 2 players, I believe, in double figures. James Pope, I thought James played well, had 9. Law Brown, 8, most of his early before he fouled out in the game. Looks like 4 points for Kendall Hayes, 2 points each for Nick Diotta, Lionel DeLisca, and then a free throw each for Michael Connor and Brody Thompson. I don't want to leave Jim Thomas out. Jim had 9 also.
41 rebounds for Peru, 28 for Valley. 12 offensive rebounds to 5 for Valley, and 15-0 second chance points, Peru, and that's the key stat.
Yeah, they pounded that offensive glass, and I think it kind of sounds like Mayor last week out of Benedictine. We were talking the same thing with, of course, those big guys out there, Walrap and his gang, and so, it is sometimes playing inside, playing hard on the glass can make a big difference. And give Peru credit. They came in today and really did that. Vikings, really played down 7 points right near the end of the first half, 1:19 to go. Coach Lance called a very good timeout at the time. We got 6 unanswered to pull it to 1, then took charge early in the second half, led by as many as 10, but Peru State comes in on the road and plays a whale of a last 5 or 6 minutes and comes out here with a W.
And they've won 2 in a row. They now have tied the Vikings in the conference standings, both 4 and 10.
Well, they swept the series.
So they have the tiebreaker. So
yeah.
we had that. Well, we'll see what we can do. Let's see if we can sweep the series with CMU. We're going to do it on Thursday, Valentine's Day. We'll be on the air at 5:30 and 7:30. Enjoy it. Joe, have a safe trip.
I can't say you're the
Thursday.
person I would be my number one choice to spend Valentine's with. I can't say that, but that's probably where it'll be. But maybe we get Candy and Denise and bring them along, or we'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out. So we'll talk to you on Thursday. Again, final score here. Come from behind win for Peru on the road, 73-69. For Joe All, Ken Cuiava, so long from Marshall.